What's happening, people there, man? Flipping hell, people. It's not looking good, bro. It's not looking good. Chelsea lose 2-1, and Charity FC was in the title beforehand, and we saw it live. Oh, we literally saw it live. Oh, in the flesh. Charity FC strikes again. What can I really say to people, really? And ban all the people who unsubscribed, because my YouTube subscribers, they don't happen to YouTube, they go up like 10, down like 2. But anyway, people need to subscribe because I don't even know what the count is right now. I think it's 11 away, 12 away from 2.2. So just make sure you subscribe if you're new here. We talk all things Chelsea over here. I used to do like full content with other clubs, but I just do Chelsea now because that's the focus I want to have. I've got Jay in the background. I've got Andy joining. I've got Rob joining. All different views, all different opinions. But I'm sure Jay's right there. I know he's disappointed. Andrew and Rob. But guess what? To make them feel better on the playback, especially, follow and subscribe to Doobz. It's Doobz25 on YouTube. Rob's Twitter, MRR Paul 2001, and Wintersurfer Andrews always on other people's streams. You'll see him there, and he'll support the follows and the mentions where necessary. So be it every single person who's joining. It's not a great look, but if you can hit the like button for me and help me hit the goal, maybe that could somewhat vindicate my feelings. But at the moment in time, I'm very, very annoyed. I was annoyed at Brentford. I was vexed at Brentford, actually, dare I say it. And now I'm even more annoyed. Now I'm really vexed. Now I am really, really vexed. Like, I'm actually angry. Like, I'm fuming. Yo, Ches, the team is not good as we think, but the owners are toying with us. I think it's a mixture of a lot of things. We're going to speak about it today. I'm not going to go over the top because at the end of the day, it's the first 5 games. But 2 wins at your first 6 games in terms of all competition is not great. And yes, I have to be balanced. The league table for me means nothing. If Man City Arsenal draw today, which isn't a crazy thing to happen, they'll be like 2 points in front of us. Am I really going to be sitting there going, oh, terrible start? It's a terrible start from the Hornets' perspective and the points together. But points-wise, if you'd won yesterday, I still wouldn't be like, oh, great. 11 points out of 15. I'll still be like, could do better. So it's annoying. It's annoying. Bear everybody in, there's a lot of people in here already. Can we make sure we smash those likes? I'm watching it on the other tab as it stands. So make sure you can do Ches a favor and smash those likes and bun those 5 people who unsubscribed, even if they were burning Chelsea fans who get annoyed in my opinions. Bun you, Joe, man. Make sure you go to the subscribe account, you hit subscribe. We want 9 likes. Can we get that to 20 likes? I think we can. And let's get Jay in the building. Make sure you hit the likes. Subscribe to me. It's Doobz is literally now in the description below under the guest handles. You have to do press more, and then you'll see It's Doobz25. He's on the road to, I think, 100 subs. So make sure you subscribe to him and let's get him in the building, man. Jay, your Wi-Fi is better today, so we actually hear your opinions.
Yeah. But listen,
we literally spoke. Everyone doesn't know. Before Jay speak, we spoke yesterday, and we had a 30-minute segment on what, Jay? Charity FC.
Charity FC.
And what did we see in the first 5 minutes yesterday?
Charity. About charity, just yeah, it is charity. Just
giving away.
It's giving away, but I don't enjoy it. Is right. I don't like to go on like little rants, but I have to sit here and say this: we lost that game down to one person. That person being Mr. Enzo Maresca. And yesterday taught me a lot about him, which I'm not happy with, if I'm honest. If that's how, when things go tits up, if that's how he's going to respond, he's going to absolutely, like, poo the bed. I don't know if I want the same thing that we criticised Mikel Arteta for against Liverpool, that us rival fans said, oh, he's a pussy he went defensive. The same thing, that's the same thing Enzo Maresca did when Robert Sanchez got sent off. And Sanchez was stupid, don't get me wrong. And goes back to my point as to why didn't we sign a keeper in the summer? I know he's had a decent start to the season, but I still wanted another keeper anyway. Should have gone and got Mike Maignan when you could. But if we actually talk about Enzo Maresca, the decisions he made, so he brings off Esteval, okay, fair enough. Obviously, you have to get a goalkeeper in there. You take off one of your attackers, that's fair. But then he brings off Pedro Neto at the same time. So at that point, Cole Palmer and João Pedro are only attacking outlets. And then 10 minutes later, Cole Palmer comes off. So either he's not fully fit and you've risked him and started him, which is bad enough in my opinion, or Palmer was, or he wasn't injured. He was fully fit, and you've just taken him off to go even more defensive. He went after Sanchez got set. After Sanchez got sent off, his aim was to not lose the game. This United team, I don't know where they are in the league, but it's not great. They got embarrassed by Grimsby Town. They finished 16th last season in the Premier League. And we're supposed to be the Club World Champions. I'm not even wearing the shirt today because I don't feel like wearing it because we didn't play like Club World Cup champions at all. And then okay, before we get into the second half, Casemiro gets sent off. So at that point, there's no excuse. It's 10v10. We've got the same amount of players. We should at least get a point from this game. But then we get into the game, we're creating a few chances, and then he brings on Gusto, and he brings on Tyreek George over two of us attacking signings that he spent £90 million collectively on. One of them who actually used to play at this ground for Manchester United, didn't even get a minute. Neither did Jamie Gittins. But you're bringing on Tyreek George, who this club was actively trying to sell. Should be at Fulham right now, if we're being honest. He should be at Fulham right now. And this is nothing against Tyreek George. Like, I think there's potential there. But what's he going to do in a game like that? What is he actually going to do in a game like that? Where he's coming up against Harry Maguire, he's coming up against Euro, like big physical defenders. They might not be the best defenders in the world, but you know what? At least Harry Maguire's got experience. He's physical. Tyreek George was going to do nothing in that game. Endo Maresca proved to me yesterday that he's far from perfect. And this isn't me saying I want Maresca out. I'm far from it. But don't be scared to criticize him when he gets it wrong like yesterday. And he got it. Boy, did he get it wrong. And listen, this isn't excusing Sanchez because he was stupid for what he did as well. But in the second half, we had the same amount of players as Manchester United. So now what? End of the day, Maresca got that game completely wrong. It's another defeat at Old Trafford. I predicted a 1-1 draw, and even then I wouldn't have been happy. But yesterday was pathetic. You could say the players as well, because even before the sending off, we looked horrendous. Here he is. Rob, how'd your 3-0 go?
No, we'll get Rob's opinion, man. I want to get.
Sorry, it's gone a bit of a cookie. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you on smoke already, bro.
I'm not, bro. You know, Chelsea fans should be
coffee, and you roasting me already. I thought
early,
it was bros.
It's early, you know. It's early.
I thought it were bros, man. Let me have a coffee first or something.
Rob, guys, G, I've literally like time stamped it as in like Jay's opinion, rant, G's opinion, Rob's, Ches. So, G's your chance to talk about the game in the whole, and then we'll go through little segments as it is. But G, give me your opinion on the game. How you feel?
You know what the maddest thing is? Me and Ches had a conversation about this literally 2 minutes before the game. I was like, trying to remain optimistic. I want to be proven wrong. 5 minutes go by. This dumb idiot decides to do it. Nah, don't piss me off. Genuinely, it's just like everything about that game just went wrong. I'm just like, okay, is it going to get barred? No. The substitutions were ridiculous in my opinion. Like, everyone knows that Cole Palmer's not fully fit, so why not sub off Cole Palmer for Jorgensen? Like, I get it, he's our star man, but if he's not fully fit and he's going to come off 10 minutes later, like, what are we doing? Genuinely, I'm just bamboozled. Like, you know when we used to bow at Arsenal fans, like, back in the day, like, I feel like that. I feel like an Arsenal fan at the moment.
What do you mean?
Genuinely, like, that game was, bro, like, from outside of watching in, that game was funny. Like, as
You
a
know
neutral
what?
fan, it was funny, bro. Like, all the
You say
decisions
that George
being made,
puts in
bro,
this
it's funny.
comment is aligned with it. We haven't beaten an away team, Big Six, other than Spurs, obviously. I think since Arsenal, 2021. And look at that. Amarin's first home Big Six win is against us. His first one.
That's a joke.
His first one.
That's a joke.
It's not even my chance to give my opinion. I'll let Rob go first. But G, so Jay kind of expressed his annoyance at Maresca. We're going to speak about this individually, but I want to get you guys' overall thoughts on it first. But G, how do you feel about, like, you mentioned it a little bit, who you putting the blame on in this game, basically? Or not the only blame, but what's the main reason why we didn't get the draw? Because let's be realistic, because of the circumstance, it's going to be hard to win, but Who do you blame for not even getting any points?
No, I
The
blame
most.
the owners. I blame Maresca because like he had the team in front of him. You can only deal with what's in front of you, and he made the wrong substitutions. But I blame the owners because like I think everyone coming into this season, like bro, having Rob Sanchez at goalkeeper, even going into Champions League, that's a liability, bro. Just because of that Club World Cup, everyone got gassed. Remember the whole season, like he's a donut. He's a donut. You can't go into a Champions League game against Bayern Munich and be like, yeah, Rob Sanchez is the guy. No, you can't. And then look at our centre backs, 2 billion, and our centre backs are Tosin and Chalobah. And then Wesley Fofana that just came back from injury. That's how many games has he played? Come on, man.
Looks injured again now.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is it's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, 100%. Rob,
Obviously,
yeah, man, how you feeling? Because you spoke. This is the thing, we spoke. So
yeah,
both
yeah.
results haven't gone the way. This is what football happens. You do predictions, we speak. I'm not gonna have a go at you going prediction. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna have a go at someone for being positive in it. Like, it's your opinion. Obviously, there's a bit of balance to it, but
yeah.
you heard G, you heard Doobz. I'm gonna give my opinion. What's your take? Because I know you do think slightly differently to a lot of people sometimes. So I want to hear your opinion.
Yeah. First off, looking at the video after, I don't think it was a red. I'll start by saying that because Sanchez makes contact with the ball before he touches Mbeumo, so it should never have been a red in the first place. Second of all, this is again. I'm gonna check it up to bad week. This is the third game in a row where I think Maresca has gotten not only his starting 11 wrong, but also his substitutions wrong. Starting 11 is that there's no way we should have been going in that game against Šeško without Tosin. Never in a million years. And he recognized it straight away, which is why, along with the substitution to bring on Jorgensen, he brought on Tosin because he acknowledged that we need height in order to go to win some headers and to go into prevent Šeško from being flicking them to Mbeumo and to Ahmad and to everybody else. So that was the number one mistake he made. The second mistake he made is that Cole Palmer should never start this game. Even if he's not 100%, we got Esteva who can play in that position. We have Garnacho who can play the wing or Gittins or whatever the case may be. Right? We have players who can play in a position if Cole Palmer is not 100% fit. And not only is he not 100% fit, it's a groin that he's struggling with. And so you go in on a wet surface to play somebody who's got a groin issue. Any minor slip, it's a tear or he aggravated even worse. So that was the second mistake. The third mistake is, as Dee mentioned, is that knowing that, and you get a red card, the person to sub off is Cole Palmer, not Estevao, and not Pedro Neto. The first person to sub off is Estevao. Even after that, the football gods, send you a favor, and Casemiro is sent off at halftime. Even if that, Casemiro is subbed off at halftime. They take off Šeško. There's no need to have three center backs there. You said now his justification was because they were attacking with five. Well, now they're taking one of the attackers off, and they brought on Ugarte. Why did we go another extra 15 minutes with an extra center back on the pitch? Right? I don't get that at all. In my opinion, the sub to make would have been to take off one of the center back, one of the midfielders, and you bring on two players we have on the bench that have pace. Either Mark Gihu or Garnacho, or Gittins, whoever you want to bring on. We need to bring on somebody because we need pace against Maguire and De Ligt. Everything was comfortable because we had no pace up top. As much as I love João Pedro, he's not a pacey striker. And so the combination of all of that led to us losing the game marginally 2-1. It was a combination of bad mistakes, a red that should never have been a red, manager panicking, making a poor decision in the starting lineup, starting Tosin and Cole Palmer, not starting Tosin and starting Cole Palmer. And then even after Casemiro got a red, and then I hear Maresca say after the game it was too, the game was gone. It was too late at that point. No. It's second half. You have the whole second half. If they can score 2 goals in a half, so can we. We could score 2 or 3 in a half. For you to just say at that point it was too late, I just don't subscribe to that.
We had the same amount of men as well.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. 10 v 10. There was no reason for us to enter that pitch in the second half with an extra centre back. You knew they were gonna take off one of the attackers. Either it was gonna be Sheshko or Mbeumo or Ahmad. So there was no way for us to go back in there with Tosin, Fofana, and Trev. No, there was no reason. Absolutely none. Absolutely none. If you wanted to do a crazy substitution and take off Tosin because you don't think he's mobile enough, fair. I will hear you. Take him off after, I don't know how long, how long was it, after 30 minutes. I don't care. But we need to have pace and attacking power on that pitch in Garnacho and Gittins, in my opinion. One of the midfielders should have also come off. That way we have pace to threaten the defense in the midfield. And we have runners. But sadly, Maresca left it too long, and then the sub that he makes is Tariq George and Gusto.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I think
it's just been a poor 7 days for Maresca, and hopefully,
cool. Going back to the Brentford game, then
I'll
ask Andrew's opinion before he gives his little segment on the game. We're giving everyone a chance to have their little opinion, then we'll speak on Maresca individually, certain players, and then we can go to overall how we feel about Lincoln and Benfica coming up and Brighton at home, which are must-win 3 games. Obviously, 2 of them are must-win. Champions League is a must-win also, to a lesser degree, but you get one point. Andrew, how do you feel about the Brentford game? Do you feel like, I'm going back, but it reverts my point. Do you feel like the Brentford game was on him while we drew that game? Like, honest opinion, not anything biased. Objectively, do you blame him at all for the draw against Brentford? Because it does matter for the context of the Bayern and the perspective of the Man United game as well.
No, because he made changes at half time.
Yeah.
And then he made a further change 10 minutes after. So he unloaded all the bullets out, that second half very, very early. I blame us for not taking more advantage against Brentford, like taking the more chances against Brentford. That's what I blame it on.
I agree with you. Yeah, I don't think it was on him.
The problem is the rotation is when everyone notices something and the manager doesn't change anything. That's my problem with rotation. But when they do notice, when something is going wrong, and then they make the changes and the right changes that have a positive impact like they did, then you can't fault the manager for it.
Yeah, the reason why I say that, if I get your opinion on the games, because Rob said something like, I blame him for the past week, which includes Brentford, but I wouldn't put the Brentford result on the manager at all, actually. The first half was poor. He made the change. Hold on, Robert. I think for me, he made the changes and we created more than enough opportunities in order to win that game. Brentford, cold, light-hearted day, had 1 chance and they scored it.
Yeah.
They had one chance.
No, for me, Brentford, Brentford for me, I put it on Maresca as well, because he either underestimated Brentford too much or overestimated Brentford by going up back 3 and having Fofana play right back, and like everybody that like our entire starting 11 were people that hardly ever played together. Like Hato came in, Buonanotte was in, and I don't know who started on the wing. Was it Gittins?
Yeah.
Yes, he started Brentford.
You don't think he done that to rotate because we had Bayern Munich?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
This is my problem, Maresca.
And it just come off international break as well. So,
I agree. He looks ahead too much to games. Like he did this.
That's not true.
He's meant to do that, Rob. What do you mean?
You have to do that.
No, I know he's meant
to.
It's a
lose-lose, Rob. If all you're saying is true, it's a lose-lose. If he doesn't play the players, you would say he's not rotating enough. Then if he does,
I'm not saying not to rotate, but I thought he rotated too much.
He only looked ahead to the Munich game because he kept like 9 players of the same team yesterday. So he only looked ahead to the Munich game. He didn't look like like weeks ahead.
Yeah.
It's only like 4 days.
He didn't play. So he rested. He rested Rhys James, right? And we know Rhys James it come off playing 2 games, 290 minutes for England, right?
England,
He rested him, rightfully so. Why did Gusto not play? Brentford.
I agree with that.
As far the right back is the only one that
That's the only one you could question.
If Gusto plays that game, we win that game. If Gusto plays right back instead of Fofana,
we don't know that for sure.
No, hang on. No. If Garnacho marks his man, we win that game. That's what happened. No, Rob, sorry.
Andrew, my point is, we shouldn't have been in the position to be chasing the game. Like we shouldn't be in the position. Like if the starting 11 is right, we are blitzing Brentford 1 or 2-0 by halftime. We're not in the position.
Do you not blame any of the players that were out on the pitch?
One goal lead.
Do you not blame Chalobah for overcommitting again? The exact same goal that we conceded against Fulham, but luckily the Fulham one got disallowed. But we conceded that exact same goal against Brentford.
Do you not blame Tosin for showing the guy on his better foot?
Yeah.
Instead of like having him on the outside.
No, I don't blame Tosin because I've never rated Tosin as a 1v1 defender against tricky.
But he's a Premier League defender.
Rob, I know what you're doing here. I know what you're doing.
But it's not his strength.
Rob, what you're doing is
defending's not his strength. What the hell is he doing in the team?
Andrew, you know what Rob's doing? I need to get Andrew's opinion on the game as well. So Andrew, after I speak, you can give your opinion on the game. Because everyone gets a chance. We'll speak on Maresca straight after, okay? Rob, I know what you're doing. You're going on a hypothetical if we change some things in the game. What we're going with is what we saw. Does that make sense? So you could argue Gusto may have won us the Brentford game, but what we know for a fact is Garnacho lost his man. And players lost their head the last 5 minutes. That's a fact. Whether Gusto would have won us the game or not, we actually don't know that as a fact. So you can't just say that and then be like, we would have won the game. If you're talking about Ronaldo or Messi, maybe. We're not talking about the kind of players, though, are we? We're talking about Gusto. A decent rapper in the league.
We also had. I'm not blaming him for this. Cole Palmer also missed 2 chances in that game.
He missed 2 chances.
Yeah,
if you said Cole Palmer, I'd actually rate you more for that. If you said Cole Palmer lost us the game,
Cole Palmer didn't have a bad game at all when he came on. He changed the game. But I'm saying.
No, but I'm saying I'd more likely hear someone say Cole Palmer missed the chances, hence we didn't win the game, than saying Gusto who didn't even play.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying. But anyway,
if got some maybes, but yeah.
We'll do super chats in a minute. Love of super chats. We'll get a little segment on that. But Andrew, give me a take on the game yourself. We've got all the rivals in here. If you want to smash a like button for misery, you can definitely do that. Jay's channels below. Rob's Twitter as well. G and Andrew will feature on many Chelsea channels, so definitely follow them up as well. But Andrew, what's your take on the game yesterday? And you can blame whoever you want to blame. You can rant, but this is your chance to get everything off your chest off how you feel after the game.
I think it's pointless to blame Sanchez because it's just like it was inevitable what was going to happen. Do you know what I mean? It's like literally, he's like one of these guys who put things in church. There's some weirdness about him. Oh my God. I got praised against Bayern Munich. I've got even the balance out and do something crazy against Man United. I just think it's, it's just inevitable. I don't know why I don't even know why he came out with his foot like that. Do you know what I mean? I would have just taken the goal. Go 1-0 down against Man United. Just take the goal and try and work your way back in. But that's simple. Now, the biggest criticism for me is Maresca yesterday because that was an act of cowardice on his behalf for me. I can understand him taking off Esteval. That's what all managers do. They take off the younger player that starts. We've seen it before and stuff like that. But why are you taking off Neto? Why are you taking off Neto when you could use his pace and everything?
He's out ball. Yeah.
I don't understand that. I've not heard his reasoning for that. I've not heard any questions about that.
He said it's because Man United were attacking in 5, so we needed an additional defender.
But but
it makes sense.
That doesn't make any sense.
But
it didn't work.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. That's what I said. They make Neto a left back.
Right. Just make it exactly. Make it something like that. And then the other substitution, I can understand if Palmer's injured, you take him off, that's fine. But then if there was any doubt, why did you start him when he had doubt against West Ham? Do you know what I mean? I think his groin problem is going to be a bigger issue going forward as well. He's already having injections for it and stuff like that to actually play through the pain and everything like that. But Yeah, for me, it was just an act of cowardice. The subs, he just basically gave up. He wanted a 0-0, and I kind of abide by that. I don't think you should accept losses, but there are sometimes there are acceptable losses. Like if you lose, like but their goalkeeper's had a worldie. Do you know what I mean? It's just like just save everything, or like you get done over by a dodgy penalty at the end, or something like that by the ref, or something like that, or
like Liverpool at Anfield last season.
Yeah. If you're like 3-0 down, you come back to 3-0, but then some like deflected shit shot goes in right at the end or something like that. You go, oh, fuck. That was an act of cowardice yesterday from Maresca, and I didn't expect that from him. The problem is on Wednesday, they gave up. The whole team gave up after Bayern scored the third goal. They just accepted it, and there was a level of just mellow and just will accept it and move on. Yesterday, by Maresca signaling cowardice, that allowed the players then to act like that. Once their manager concedes, it allows the players, because you all know players will they only need a little bit to be let to they only need a little bit to take as an excuse. You know what I mean? And I just thought I've moved Rob in this act of if he made a couple of changes, maybe we get back into the game. But the problem is now we're getting all these reports now after the game about he doesn't rate this squad, he doesn't rate that squad. The problem is what you have with it is that if you don't rate the players, fine, but you better damn make sure you win games.
Exactly.
You better damn make sure you win games, because if you don't win games, you don't have a leg to stand on. Do you know what I mean? If you don't rate the players, that's fine. But you got to win games. I have no idea why Tyreek George keeps coming on when you were going to sell him to Fulham, literally on the last day of the window. And I don't get that. Tyreek George is a suitable, mediocre squad player. Okay, a suitable mediocre that you bring on and you play in the League Cup. That's all. Or he'll play for a low-level team, higher-level championship, or a mediocre European team, something like that. Okay, but when you actually you're actually asking João Pedro to do every match. João Pedro must have thought he was back at Brighton for what he did yesterday. He was doing everything, and he was doing everything. And a week ago, you said he told you he wasn't fully fit, or he wasn't fit enough. And you've got Mark Gouy on the bench. Just put Mark Gouy on as just as someone who João Pedro can work off with.
Oh, natural as well.
Or just run it, or have a speed. Have Garnacho or have Gittins speed off. I'm not going to go into the recruitment shit because I just want to focus on this game, because the recruitment bit is just the biggest overall issue I have. But the yesterday was all down to Sanchez. Obviously takes a huge chunk, but the biggest chunk for me is Maresca's reaction to it. That was and I didn't expect this from him. He's not usually like this.
Yeah, you know what?
I didn't expect this cowardice from him. And I'll just say again, all those in the chat, maybe not all those in the chat, but all those that we heard this summer that when Colwell got injured, and it's okay, we've got enough centre backs there, they're good enough or something like that. They don't think like leaders.
You were on the stream. We were on the stream, all of us together. I said we wouldn't be okay.
They are, but I keep saying this. They are both beta centre backs, which means they need to be led. They don't lead. I will say this, and I'll say this. There's one player. So even I thought Caicedo was shit yesterday. There's one player that comes out with a ton of credit, and that's Reece James. Reece James is the only one who comes out with credit. I wouldn't say a lot, but more credit than a lot of the other players, because he was putting in a couple of decent crosses into the box that caused Man United stress, especially that second half. But
you know what?
But I would just say, I thought everything, all the subs. I thought Santos did okay-ish, but you're asking to do. I don't know. It's just I thought the whole thing was a whole shit show. From Sanchez.
Before these super chats, you want to say something?
I was going to say, you mentioned about the centre backs. This is what I said about the centre backs. They're good. They're quality centre backs for the Conference League. But when you're playing Champions League football, rotating, managing that squad, that's where levels step up, and you start to think, are they actually good enough?
No, you know it is. No, you know what?
Hang on.
No, not are they good enough? But for the Champions League, are they?
No, but I don't. You know what I don't want to do. Andrew, go on. Andrew,
Chalobah, you're a humble guy, but you're shameless of celebrating that goal. By the way, you see, he was like celebrating that goal. Like,
He was running back, to be fair. But
no, but it's like, bro, get the fucking ball and get back to the centre of the midfield. Let's go. We've got
No, it was annoying to see, but I get why he did
like,
it.
No, it's just with Ches. It's just all these like, oh, well, wait, all this like. I mean, I think everyone agrees that no one rates Sanchez on this panel whatsoever.
Yeah,
no one wants Sanchez starting in goal. Do you know what I mean? This is the thing. But no, all we hear, oh, it's okay. We'll wait for Penders. Why do we have to wait for Penders? We have no idea how Penders is going to be in the Premier League. You can't translate. This is what I mean. You're building Penders up like he's some type of Thibaut Courtois variant or something like that.
That is exactly what they think he is.
No, but Rob, the point. Rob, the point is this.
By the way, Jorgensen, that's not a level up. By the way,
No, but we don't even speak about the goal. We all know the second goal. I'm putting on Jorgensen in it. Like, that's his fault.
Did you see him? He was like that. He was like,
Andrew, I said it on the chat in our group chat yesterday. I said, G, yeah, I didn't speak to you as much, but I was telling the boys, he literally is 6'4" or plus.
Who?
Jorgensen, he's a tall guy. Like, he's a tall guy. He's tall.
He's 6'3".
Bro, hey, Jay is much of a muchness, nuance.
No, I'm not saying it to prove you.
The point is, it's not about being 6'4", 2.5. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. The point is,
I agree.
Use your hand and jump for the ball, you idiot. What are you doing? Like, and I don't care about Reece James playing on side or Chalobah. The guy is 6'3", 4'2". I don't care. Use your hands. You're a goalkeeper. He stops, goes for it, and then goes, "No, what? Nah." This is a goal.
This is when it goes back to last season. When people say drop Sanchez, start Jorgensen, and I'm like, bro, that's not going to make much of a difference.
The point is, Jay, the bottom line is they're both not good enough. Let's just move on.
They're not good enough. That's why
good enough to win the league. Maybe good enough top 4. Rob could argue. I would argue. I'm going to disagree with the panel a little bit. Maybe good enough to win a trophy in terms of FA Cup. Maybe even push for the Champions League if he can be consistent in a one-off game. But over a league phase, even in the Champions League phase, he'll make mistakes. Some of them might cost you a game. Some of them might cost you a tournament. You know what I'm saying? For example, Bayern Munich, I don't think was on him. But today was on him. Yesterday was on him, right? So it just depends. But in the super chats, because a lot of them, we can respond to some of them and we can move on to the Maresca as a whole because he's annoying everybody and G can start on that one. Big up Naval for the super chat. I think Sanchez's anxiety issues and defense don't trust him, which is a good point. Who saw Caicedo and Fofana hesitate with that ball bounce? By the way, guys, why did Sanchez run out? Because someone explained to me.
Because the defenders were nowhere to be seen. So I blame the defenders as well. But Sanchez just
quickly. So I finish the chat. Why they run out? Like Rob, what are you saying?
Because Trevor lost the aerial duel with Sheshko. Caicedo let Mbeumo run on the inside of him, and once Sanchez noticed that Mbeumo was goal side of Caicedo, you know.
But I thought he was going to do the decoy, like where you've come out to stop the ball and you kind of stop and then make the attack.
When you see again, if he'd come out and then stops and then Mbeumo rounds him and then scores, we would have blamed him.
Yeah, but you shouldn't get a red card.
We 100% would have blamed. We don't say
that's not the point though. That's not the point though. At least you wouldn't have got a red card. That's worse.
No, I hear you. No, it's hindsight is 20/20. Yes, you wouldn't have gotten a red card, and you would have rather gone, especially against United, go 1-0 down, then go 1 man down. But again, when you see the video, he actually gets the ball before he touches Mbeumo. My brother, how is any of our players doing protests without saying he got the ball? He got the ball. He got the ball first.
We'll talk about the refs as well, by the way,
because they hate
him. A bit dubious as well. We'll talk about this. Defense don't trust him when it comes to decision making. Are you going to come out or not? The defense end up second guessing it. That's a good point. Another super chat from Naval again. The focus should be on defense. Because Sanchez is so bad, the attention goes to him and Maresca. I'm still for you in 4 minutes. Unheard of. The game being ended in 4 minutes, by the way, if you are talking about. Be it Parasite, being for the super chat as well, always showing me love. A little something to help ease your pain, Ches. Be it the panel and the chat up the Chelsea. Be it yourself, bro. Another super chat from Naval says, this should show Maresca that Sanchez isn't able to be trusted and needs a medical check. Whoa. I won't go that far. This ain't the first time he's been shaking goal. I get what you're saying, Naval, but yeah. I won't question that. But Enzo is an idiot, as with the subs. We agree with you. The subs are the most damaging. Facts. And last super chat. Here's a difference. Trev spoke like a man. Maresca spoke like he was on whatever. give Trev the captaincy.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're moving
Nate
mad.
was on one today.
No.
Nate was on
You're
one
moving mad.
No.
You're moving
Hey,
mad.
no, that's too funny. But we'll speak about G. You can start on this one, Maresca, because I asked Andy the question before deliberately. Do you blame him for the Brentford game? I don't. But the last 2 games, you could argue it's on him. Rob will say different. G, what's your perspective on Maresca? He won us. He got us top 4. He stabilized the ship. He got rid of the media rubbish, talking rubbish. Now they're back again. 1 billion spent, 2 billion spent, whatever. What's your opinions on him? Because he proved a lot of people like Jay wrong, who were calling him out, and he's kind of softened the blow there. But now he's making poor subs. He's making poor. Sorry, Jay, a bit of a dig there. He's making poor subs, yeah, and he's kind of not bringing confidence to the team or to the fans. So, what's your stance on him in terms of management at the moment?
I don't know, because I don't want to say it too early, but I feel like he might be a bit out of his depth. Like last season, like with the Conference League, yeah, like he had an even bigger squad, so he could rotate much easier. Whereas this season, I feel like, especially with injuries, the squad isn't as good in that particular areas, that especially defense, I would say. So I don't know. It's a bit easy. It's a bit early to say, but he might be a bit out of his depth. We'll see as time goes on. But
out of his depth in terms of, do you think because the pressure's on?
yeah, the
things
pressures
to
are
change,
on. So it's like, the
Yeah.
pressures are on. So it's like you were saying before, like he's looking ahead. He's making certain decisions, like especially the buying game, and now like the United game. Like I think, I don't know. It might be a bit too much for him because where was he before? He was at Leicester, right? And then in Chelsea, and he's like not that. How often has he been dealt with like big game situations? So especially in this big game situation against United, you'd seen something that's out of character. So it's like maybe he's overthinking. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not a psychologist, but yesterday didn't seem like his character at all.
And do you think that the pressure, obviously, we can all agree from getting top 4 is different to challenging for the league and the Champions League? Do you think that pressure difference is what's going to get him? Because there was pressure last season to get top 4, and he done it.
Yeah, 100%. But I feel like
this is a level up. Like, what do you think?
it's a level up because we're in Champions League now, innit? So it's like
Yeah.
there's more eyes on you, and it's like you're playing better teams. Like you're gonna want to win these games. Last season, Conference League, we could put out any team and know we're gonna win. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Bayern, like it's not the same as the Club World Cup where you can put out your best team, like every single game.
And
It's
let
just
me
like,
ask a question to Jay, which I brought back what G said, yeah? Do you think it's his fault that the squad isn't good enough?
No, but do you know the biggest indicator for me that he doesn't have any say in the transfers? The Tyreek George situation. Why is he coming on before you spent 90 million on 2 attackers collectively, and Tyreek George is the first attacker you turn to? He done it in the Fulham game as well before the transfer window even shot. This was before the whole Fulham saga. Then he got this. Then he got.
Boys, I'm gonna have to interrupt Jay there. I don't want to do that, but he doesn't. We have to have context. If the lap was fit, George wouldn't be coming off the bench. The reason why he plays George.
Yeah, but there was other options.
Hold on. I'm telling you why he plays George. Not why I think he is playing George. It's because he doesn't trust Gittins and Garnacho to do the same holding of the ball-esque work that George can do, apparently, in his eyes.
I think that's Jay's. I think that's Jay's overall point, though. It's like
but that's my point. That's not right, and that's why whether or not maybe he rates Tyreek George over Gittins or Garnacho. I don't know, but either way, it proves
just
my
for
point,
that aspect, by the way, not for the other stuff. I think just for that.
Yeah. But that's my point. Saying maybe he didn't want. I don't think he wanted Gittins, if I'm honest. Garnacho, I don't know, but I don't think he wanted Gittins. And like surely Maresca doesn't go into the season knowing Liba Colwell went down on the 7th of August, saying we don't need a centre back. It's obvious he wanted a centre. It's obvious he wanted a centre back.
He said it.
He wants to go.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like he doesn't. His word means nothing to the directors. And imagine you're Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart, and you have like the owners as your bosses. Like they keep making wrong decisions, recruitment issues, and they're still getting paid however much money they're on. How would you go into the season? The goalkeeper thing's bad enough, but you don't sign one. I've seen Arsenal sign Hincapié after they signed Mosquera, and they've got Saliba and Gabriel as their 2 centre backs.
Yeah, true.
That's what I'm saying. Like how? Anyway, but I don't want to.
It's legitimate to say we have with our centre back selections minus Colwell is probably struggling to get in top 10 of the Premier League. With the starting centre backs that we have struggling. Because I
What
could
is
say,
including Colwell?
Was Cole
I
top
said,
Ellis
I've
a
not
better
said
centre
not
back than us.
include. I said not including.
Oh,
Colwell.
not
I said right
including.
now.
I thought you said
I said
including.
right now. I think
Was Cole the top 10 centre back in the league?
Yes.
I said 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was last season. But the
Yeah,
thing
he was,
is this.
Rob. Yeah.
The thing is this. The thing is
Yeah.
this. The thing is
Bro,
this.
but hold on, Andrew, challenge him on that. Who's better
No,
than
I
Colwell
know.
last season?
No, because it's an endless thing.
He was not
We
a
just
top 10
disagree.
centre
We
back
just
in the
disagree in
league.
Colwell. Just
He
disagree in
was
Colwell.
not. He was not.
But what it is showing is that Colwell was the linchpin of this event, especially the running in the Club World Cup. But the thing is this: I probably could name literally 8 to 9 teams where, no matter what form they're in, I think their centre back options are better than ours.
Palace,
Forest, Newcastle, Spurs, probably City even better because they're not very good, but City's better.
both
Liverpool, Arsenal.
Palace and
I think Man United's centre back selections are better than ours.
Delict,
I think
yeah.
I think
Delict,
they're
I think Delict.
I don't know about that one.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
Well,
come
we'll
on,
take
come
the
on,
lick.
Shiz.
What do you mean,
Come
come
on, Shiz.
on?
You take
They've
the
done
lick
better
over.
than us.
Wait,
That's
Older,
what
you would
you're
take
saying.
Delict? You would take Delict?
You wouldn't take Lenny Euro.
You said partnership. You didn't say individuals.
No, I said selections.
You
Like,
said that's partnerships then, isn't it?
okay,
That's
Even then, the Euro I'd take, to be
okay,
honest.
partnerships are options. I think there's 8 to 9 teams that have better options, partnerships, whatever, for central defenders than us. How can we as Chelsea, legitimately, if you could say it's that Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palace have better centre-back options than ours?
Facts.
Not even close.
That-
Not even close.
it's not
That's
close, bro.
embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
I never
Everyone
disagree with
there
that. I
said
agree with you, Andrew. I agree with you
Yeah.
there. I agree that. I
Right,
agree with that.
that's the whole thing. And then you already asked him to, with your rubbish recruitment last summer, you already asked him to get this team up to do something, and he did. And he actually, I keep saying this, he actually won 2 trophies, and he saved your effing jobs up there, by the way. You got contract extensions because of him. Not in spite of him, you got contract extensions. And this is how.
Let's get back to Maresca though. What are you saying, Maresca?
This is how. But you're asking him. This is the problem, right? If you're a boss, you make sure that you want the best possible outcome for your company, right? If you don't give your if you're in an office, you don't give your staff having work on sheets of paper nowadays. Do you know what I mean? It's all computers and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. If it was an extraordinary injury crisis and we have 3 great centre backs who are all injured, I can understand that. But the fact you had options and you're spending money on this and that, I'm not saying a manager has the full autonomy on the transfers. I don't think you have to do that nowadays. But at least listen to what he has to say, because everyone praises us for we sell really well. Yeah, but we bought that shit in the first place, and it hasn't worked out. We're having to sell them because they're shit. Just because you got good prices, great. That's great. But I bet you, I think I worked out. I think I worked out since they came in. I think there's only 3. There's question marks. I think there's only 3 signings that have worked out since they came in 2.5 years ago. I think that's Caicedo, Palmer, and Enzo to a lesser extent.
Cucurella.
No, Cucurella wasn't signed by them. He was signed in the first.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Sorry.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. There's question marks over Neto, obviously. Question marks over João Pedro. Still, that's because I'll just say that the rest can't count because they're either before that or they're like Reece James and stuff like that. There's only 3.
Esteval. No, but Andrew,
Esteval. Sorry,
Andrew, I do have a pushback on that point.
I'm not going to put Esteval in there yet.
Andrew, can I say one thing? I want to get Rob involved. I know you might agree with this. The only problem with that take is the perspective you look at that take in. For example, if you're judging Chelsea on what we're doing right now, we want to do right now this season, then you're correct. But if you're looking at what they want Chelsea to be, which is a sustainable model in the long term, then you would have to look at a bigger time frame than 2 years.
But their recruitment this summer and last summer means to me they're very happy with finishing 4th. That's all there is. They're very happy with finishing 4th, Chase. They're very happy with doing an Arsenal. That's what they're happy with. They're happy with doing an Arsenal. And if we pick up a trophy, yeah, whatever.
No, something like that. Can I ask the panel? Out of the signings we made in the summer, which one of them is
first, by the way? Go on, Joe.
Which one of them is a needle mover? Out of the signings we made in the summer, who's a needle mover?
Robert, you can respond first.
João Pedro and Esteval.
Sure, I agree.
Jay,
you know what it's too early to judge all these things. I hear what Andrew's saying. I'm not talking about the players for 2 years. I'm talking about this season. I'm not going to change my narrative if we'd beat Man United or Brentford, by the way. So if we all sitting on 11 points, I wouldn't be cheesing like this. I'll be like, we're doing okay, innit? Us losing and drawing last game means we're doing like poorly.
No, but I think though we have to admit, I think if we're honest, let's be honest here, right? Not after we've seen him play, but when we signed João Pedro, let's be honest what our initial response was.
I didn't want him.
Right.
Yeah,
I think
I bet.
Yeah, Rob did rate it, though, to be fair.
Fine, you might rate him, but I bet majority had like question marks. I went, huh?
He's good, but he's not like.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I said straight away, he's a better signing than Florian Wirtz.
You said Ekatike as well, no?
I'm not asking you to rate him against other transfers. I'm just saying, like, initial response, I don't think was all that positive, because it was like, first of all, we're going back to Brighton again. The sort of default setting.
I wasn't with the narrative. I was doing what they will do for us.
Esteval's still a question mark for me, whether he'll work out or not.
Well, obviously, it's 12 games in. We don't know.
But what I'm saying is, at the moment, it's a question mark because we haven't had a full dose of him. I said that during their entire recruitment, there's only been 3 players for me that have worked out under their recruitment. And that's Caicedo, Enzo, and Palmer. Those are the only 3 that have worked out under them. The rest,
the only three potential world-class players.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying that have worked out. That have done that. That have now playing well. Are doing good. Do you know what I mean?
No, but Andrew, I need Rob. I want you to respond.
Is the definition of working out that you have to get to?
Yeah, I'm about to say the same thing.
Close to world-class level. That's the definition of working out.
Because Andrew, you just named 3 of the best players in the league.
Yeah. Yes. But what
I'm not expecting 11 of them, am I?
What I'm saying is, if we had a whole list of their recruitment. Maybe a whole list of these guys when they came in the recruitment. I'm only saying 3 players.
But Andrew, you know percentages of transfer window hit rates are like 50-40%.
But Ches,
you know that, right? You know that, Andrew. I know you know that.
That's 3 players. That's what we're talking about. I'm not saying all of the. I'm not fool enough to go. They make 35 signings and 33 of them have got.
You're saying, G, it's not Maresca, but
no, I get what you're saying. You're saying out of all the signings that we've made, only 3 have stuck. Like, that's ridiculous, bro.
No, but G,
bro, like deep since they took over, the amount of signings that we've made, you're saying that 50%. You're saying 50% should stick, bro. He's saying 3 of them. Yeah. Bro, that's 10%.
But the bar you're saying you need to get either world class or world class level. Like Pedro Neto for me has been a good signing, but he's not world class level. Then he's not counting him because he's not Vinicius Junior or something.
Robert, I'm not saying they have to all get to world class level. I'm not expecting.
Are you only listening to 3 world class players in our team as the one that worked out?
No. I'm saying that they have to like play well consistently, or they have to not. We don't have to have still like doubts over them. I think there's still doubts over Pedro Neto. He's played well.
Yeah, I agree.
think there's still doubts over him. I don't think his first half of the season, I don't think was very good at all. I think his running has been very good, and Club World Cup is very good. And I think the start of this season, he's played better than he's played badly. But that's what I'm saying. Where it's like Enzo, okay, first year and a half, not that good, injured, whatever. Last year and a bit, been very consistent. Caicedo, first half of the season he was here, not very good, but then since then, fine. Palmer, yeah, very fantastic first season. Had the numbers last year, fell off a bit, started okay, but the rest are like, we're still like, we're waiting.
Andrew, I agree with you.
No, I get what you're saying. No, I agree with Andrew, bro.
No, I hear what Andrew's saying. We're off topic a little bit.
It doesn't excuse though in-game management decisions by Maresca. So it doesn't excuse like Mr.
No, Andrew, I know what you're saying, by the way. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong at all, by the way. I respect what you're saying. You're saying out of all the signings you've signed, you can name, in your opinion, and G agrees, and Jay will agree, 3 players you can rely upon who are consistent, who you go, you know what, I can rely on these 3 guys 90% of the season to come out on top and do their respective jobs.
I'd say 2 if I'm honest.
The only thing I would say is this. I'm going to say back to the point before. I agree with that point, but if my hit rate is 3 every 2 years, that's actually quite good. Because that means in the next 2 years, I'll have more than half a team who are world class.
Right, but the problem is though, Ches, though,
So
is they're not.
I don't agree with that necessarily. By the way, I'm just saying.
But the Ches is they're not thinking like you, because what I know what you would do if you saw a goalkeeper failing, or you had shit options as a goalkeeper, you get a better option. If you saw how bad we were at centre back, you get better centre backs. These guys aren't all this. Oh, they want to give Josh Ashington. I'm not giving Josh Ashington a chance when he's got to play with Chalobah or Tosin. They're not leaders for him to learn from.
True.
Why would I do that?
We are Chelsea Football Club. We don't give players chances just because they're getting the same.
I think this whole I get people obviously. I'm going to disagree with folks on the recruitment issue. I don't think the last 3 games the result is down to recruitment. I'll be real with you. I think it's down to just Maresca has not been good enough, as good as he usually is. Again, it's my opinion. I think against Brentford, I think his selection was poor, and I think even his sub, I thought Branoto was one of our best players in the first half, but he walked him at half time, and it kept Gittins on for an extra 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay, can I ask you something? So you're saying Bayern Munich was on Enzo Maresca?
Bayern Munich
was on that. You're saying that was on Enzo Maresca?
Yes.
So was it Enzo's fault? Was it Enzo's fault that Gusto gave the ball away for the 3rd goal? Tosin was out of position. Was it Enzo's fault that Caicedo gave away a penalty? And was it Enzo's fault that we defended a set piece?
This is gonna happen, right? But as a manager, you need to give your players the ability to have a margin for error. If you have to go into a game and expect your players to be 100% on spot every single time, it's not sustainable. If you go and set us up where we have Reece James in midfield, and then we after 15 minutes, company adjusts, and then you don't adjust. You just keep let's get Reece James midfield, Enzo Fernandez in the 10. Reece James midfield, Enzo Fernandez in the 10, and we can't even string 2 passes together in midfield and just left it that way. And then at halftime, you don't even make the substitution at halftime when it's 2-1. And then by the 60th minute, you and the player just say, they start singing Ole Alliance Arena because we've given up at 60th minute.
Go on, Joe.
Do you think Chalobah and Tosin are a good enough centre-back partnership for the Champions League?
Perhaps not.
Stop hesitating. Why the hell are you hesitating?
That's a recruitment issue.
Rob, why did you hesitate, Rob? Why the hell did you
listen? No. Perhaps not individually, perhaps not. But that is even more reason why the manager should put them in a position to have a margin for error. Because they're not Van Dijk, they're not Konate.
How? If you haven't got solid defense, you can't. If you haven't, we actually do. Goals, nothing.
Like last season, we only conceded 2 more goals than Liverpool. Work class center back.
But sometimes it's about eye tests as well.
Rob, did Maresca call Sanchez?
Let Andy go.
I've got him. I've got you, Rob. I've got you. Who was starting most in defence for that, Rob? I just want to know who was starting in defence and centre back
for who?
For that running.
Who was the most you said about last season? Who was the most you said about last season?
What?
Just answer. Who was it?
Who was it?
Who was what?
Most you sent about last season.
He's not there, Rob. That's the
point.
Who
was the most you sent back last season?
Exactly. Thank you.
What's the point? What
you were good last season.
Can't see the correlation.
No, you can't use it as a point of reference because he was poor anymore, Rob.
It is because our defensive structure has been top.
Cole as an individual is better than them.
It's not about Cole.
If you take Van Dijk out of Liverpool, stop. If you take Van Dijk out of Liverpool and you put in Tosin, the same system won't work the same.
Van Dijk in the same sentence. Seriously.
Hey boys, he's not getting my point. My point is the same Liverpool system. Liverpool's defense isn't that good. Arsenal system, the same system. If I take out Saliba or Gabriel and I put in Chalobah, am I going to get the same outputs, Rob?
Cheers. No, you won't.
Answer the question.
Let me ask you this question. Let's be honest here.
If we had Gabriel in our defense would be sick, but we don't.
Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. Does Cole win that head against Jesco yesterday?
Yes.
I don't know. Why is that relevant?
But why is that relevant anyway?
What's
because
up?
we are acting like it's this and it's
We
like
conceded goals with Cole. That's not the point. What are we doing here? We're not saying Cole's world class. What we're saying is the defense that I agree with.
That's what we're doing. We're comparing him to world class centre backs.
Rob, I'm saying to you,
let him land.
There's a certain degree. Like, I'm trying to think of a job in it. Like with any role in life, if a guy is less quality than the other guy, you can have the same coach, the same setup, the same running training, the same trainers. But if he's not good in that physical attribute, he's not going to perform the same way as someone else. The same way, Van Dijk is a bad example to use because he's the extreme. He's like Terry and Ferdinand. So I'm not going to use him. If I take Mark Gahey or if I take a Konate out and I put a guy, the centre back from Sunderland in, is it going to be the same? No, Konate's not world class.
But this is the thing we do with Colwell. You know who was in part of that defense? Sanchez. Does that mean you read Sanchez now because he was part of that defense?
Yeah, but I've seen Sanchez's career. I haven't seen Cole's career.
And I've seen Colwell's career. Don't act like Colwell was
21. What do you mean? He's 22.
He was not.
He was
22. I think the defensive stat last season is a false thing because us Chelsea
I
fans
disagree with that though.
No, but us Chelsea fans that watch Chelsea week in, week out, we still saw mistakes. I'm not saying Colwell's the answer, but I'm saying you take him out of the defense, and the fact that we're even worse says a lot. And that's why that goes back to the point why we should have replaced him when he went down injured on the 7th of August. That's the point.
Do you know why Rob agrees with us, Andrew, J and G? Because guess what me and him were discussing all summer? We wanted a centre back regardless of Colwell. It's in this conversation here.
I wanted a centre back.
Rob, we didn't argue there.
Yes, that is not the argument. I wanted centre backs because I didn't think I wanted two because I didn't think Colwell was good enough. I wanted an upgrade to Colwell.
So that's a recruitment issue, no? Because we didn't sign one.
No. Again, going into summer, I wanted centre backs, right? I wanted centre backs. But then you analyze how our defensive structure is, how we defend as a team. And I read how we defend as a team. And I even say here, I told you, I believe we're gonna have a better defensive record this season than Liverpool. Even though Liverpool have better centre backs and better goalkeeper, I believe we will end the season with a better defensive record than Liverpool because our defensive structure as a team is better than Liverpool.
In 3 games.
Yeah, if you take a block out of a house and put matchsticks there, the house will still come down, and that's what we've done. Took a block.
I've never seen a player's stocks go up so high in.
We're not saying we're not
talking about Colwell anymore. We're just talking about.
AG, tell him, man.
Maresca built his defensive structure around Colwell.
No, he did not. No.
Oh my God, Rob, you are so deluded.
Rob, were you watching Chelsea?
You're trolling, innit?
Which who are you watching?
He's trolling.
People, when he rates a player, I want you to automatically question it because he doesn't know shit about players, all right? He still will back Garnacho. He won't blame Garnacho or he won't blame Tosin for... He said we shouldn't blame Tosin because we shouldn't expect him to defend well or some shit like that. What are we doing here?
I read Tosin, but he's in bad form.
He built the defensive structure around Colwell, not for just for his defending, but his passing.
Andrew, do you think Colwell is a top centre back then?
Oh my God!
He's our best centre. He's probably our best centre back, but I'm not saying much.
Doesn't say much.
Yeah, I know.
That's the point, though. That's the point we're trying to make.
That's the point.
He's our best centre back.
You're literally making our point. We're saying he's not world class, but he's the best we have, which says everything about our defense.
You just said you wanted to sign. You just said you wanted to sign 2 centre halves. We didn't sign 1, so that's where we go and criticise the recruitment.
But Rob, you agree with us there.
You agree with us then?
Yeah.
No, if there was no centre back on the market worth buying, then why buy one?
Exactly.
Ches, when did it? Rob, can you say when did you say we were going to have a better? Can I just not? I'm not questioning you. You said this season we were going to have a better defense of Liverpool, right?
Yes.
When did you say? Did you say that before the Colwell injury or after the Colwell injury?
After the Colwell injury.
How?
When Liverpool did not sign Mark Gahey and they didn't sign
it was basically off their depth, to be fair.
I said they were not defensive.
Andrew, I don't think that's a crazy take though.
Oh wait, but can we go through our centre back there?
Andrew, you know what, Andrew, from from Liverpool's perspective, it's not a crazy take because they don't have the same They don't have the same quality as they did last season defensively.
The issue is though, Ches, right? And I know people say, well, what if he gets an injury and stuff like that? They got someone around there who's a leader called Van Dijk.
And despite that, they've conceded more goals last season or the same.
Right. But the problem is though they also have other positions that are very.
I agree with you. I'm just saying I don't think it's as bad a take as we're making out.
What I'm saying is though,
the defense is not good. They don't defend well.
Andrew, Van Dijk was in our defense. Would our defense exponentially improve?
Yes.
Yes.
I think it would improve. We still concede loads of goals though.
No.
We can see loads of.
There wouldn't be as many defensive mistakes.
We have
GG. This one disagree with. Go on, Rob.
It would be significantly better because we have a better defensive structure than Liverpool. Van Dijk wouldn't be asking to cover for Cucurella because Cucurella is world class. Is a world class left back. He wouldn't be asked to cover for right back because we have elite right back plays.
You can design.
We have a world class DM.
This is my point, by the way.
But you can design a great defensive structure, right? You have plans on paper. In training, because we all know training don't go full pelt in tackles and stuff like that. So let's just for fitness issues. You can design a playbook of a great defensive structure, but when you have Tosin or Chalobah in there as your starting duo,
goes out the window,
the defensive structure means shit because they are not good at. Because if you tell them to do something, I know they can do it. If they had a Van Dijk beside them, I have no doubt their game would go up. I have no doubt their game would go up because they don't want to lead. They want to be told what to do. Do you know what I mean? They don't want to take the reins.
So boys,
and actually tell people.
If you had a solid army structure, and then you send about 100 docs out there to fight, are they going to do well? No, that's the same logic. If something's not good enough,
boys. Let's talk about the future then. Before I use super chat,
it's like you trying to sell me a house, right? But it's secure, but there's no front door. You don't need a front door in your house.
But it'll be all right. No one will break into your house. Don't worry.
It's fine.
Just hope for it.
No door there.
You live in the middle of London.
The ducks will fly away.
It's fine.
Hey, Rob, we don't know. If you live in the middle of London and you have no door, you're probably gonna get robbed. More than likely.
We live in a rainy part of the country. You don't need a roof. It's all good.
It's all calm. There's vibes. Umbrella.
Just buy loads of pockets.
Just get Tosin. Tosin will do the job. Tosin will stop you. You can see the goals.
Buy a top.
Yeah, calm. Rob, here's the point. Yeah, I want to talk about the future a bit. This is all good and good, but we need to play flipping games, innit? Like, how are we gonna survive our next few games? Because on paper, for the super chats, they're winnable. Linking away.
Rob don't care about linking away. He'll play 15, 16
I hope you don't do Grimsby. I hope not. I hope not.
No, that's fine. I'm with you.
I hope not.
Play.
I really don't care.
Fully rotate against.
I know they.
Are we gonna have enough with our confidence this low to win our next 3 games? Because why do I have a bad feeling we're not?
If Maresca pattern up, if Maresca straighten up and get back to the end of Maresca that we all know and love, then that's fair. Like again,
what does that look like?
One of the worst decisions that he could have, like all last season, when we played a tall and big striker, he played Tosin. Why he didn't do that yesterday, it is beyond me. Even when Trev was playing at his best, when we played a strong and a big center forward, he played Tosin because Tosin is better aerially and is more physical. Why that was not the case yesterday will still, I'm shocked nobody asked him that, right? And so if he goes back to making the sensible decisions he was making toward the end of last season in the Club World Cup, where his lineup and his see, one of the things going into the season that I really was looking forward to is the fact that Maresca was going to be unpredictable, right? Because he's got the player, the versatility. You have a wide range of you have various ways that you could play and you could line up. One of the reasons why I was so excited about this season is because week in and week out you cannot predict how Maresca will set up. The fact that the last 3 games he's been as predictable as anything. I mean, on yesterday he was unpredictable, but in the wrong way. Like, possible starting wrong way. The substitution wrong, like is unpredictable, but unpredictable in the wrong way. If he goes back to being unpredictable in the way that he was last season in the Club World Cup, that even shocked us against PSG, that Gusto started against the wing, and then we see it's like, oh, that is why those level of innovation and unpredictability in the lineup is what I want Maresca to get back to, and to pattern up and put the players in the position to be successful and to get results.
He also went back to one of my first points here, is that while it's his right not to rate the players, he makes it harder for himself when he loses, when he doesn't pick them, than actually if he was to consistently pick them and they play shit, because then everyone will go, well, you're right. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're bringing an actor on, you're bringing in something, they're not working. You've tried it several times. You tried Banner, whatever his name is. And you've done this, you've done that. By not playing them, then it falls always on you. It's going to fall automatically on you, and you're not playing Mark Guy and Mark Guy, whatever like that. And he needs to do that. Like for Wednesday, full rotation. I don't care who plays as long as they didn't play the last 2 games. There's no players who played any part in the last 2 games, like for a substantial amount of time, shouldn't play.
I don't want to see Caicedo touch the pitch.
No, I don't see. Who would you like? Whoever you would think would be in, especially in the starting line right now, should not even be on the bench
for Brighton at home. So just rest everybody.
Yeah, Brighton at home, because Brighton's gonna be a tough game.
Yeah,
they just beat Man City and they got a point against Spurs, so they're gonna be.
But I'm just saying, last year we got bailed out by a Cole Palmer world-class display last year, because remember it was Sanchez.
They were 2-0 up.
Everyone forgets Sanchez's 2 bozo moments that cost us 2 goals last year. It was only
I haven't forgotten.
No, what I'm saying is it gets overlooked because of Palmer's brilliant first 4 goals in the first half. But Brighton are set up to frustrate. It'll be like a Fulham and Palace game.
Oh,
they're set up to frustrate, and a Brentford game could be like they're in that sort of that area. Do you know what I mean?
Fine for Europe, innit?
Right. No, but what I mean is they're designed to frustrate. They're designed to frustrate like supposed bigger and better teams, right? That's what they're designed for, especially away from home. You know what I mean? So we better first. Damn, is Sanchez suspended for Lincoln or Brighton?
It'll be Prem.
Yeah,
sure?
I think Lincoln counts.
Does it count for FA as well?
I think it counts domestic, doesn't it? I think it just
the domestic. Yeah, I think absolutely. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Great.
He's back.
Yeah.
He's back. Thank God.
Great, yeah.
Hey, G, what are you saying? G, what are you saying moving forward? Next 3 games, what do you think we should change, or is it just the manager needs to set it up differently, or what would you change in terms of the personnel and stuff?
I mean, Sanchez ain't going to be starting anytime soon, I'm guessing. So that's one. Yeah, at least for 1 game. I'm not even going to take the Lincoln game into it, because that's the game we're going to see a lot of the youngsters play. It's more Brighton. I don't know. We just got to be more positive.
Bro, he needs to win that Benfica game as well. Because I'm telling you right now, that reunion bullshit with Mourinho is going to be overshadow everything. We all know that. And if Mourinho does,
home or away?
It's
home.
It's at home. Yeah,
I think we've got 2 champ home games in a row.
But what I'm saying is, if he doesn't beat, we all know if he doesn't Mourinho. If we all know if he doesn't beat Mourinho, it's going to be maybe we should swap managers and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? It'll be that. So he actually needs it for his own psyche to beat Mourinho and beat Mourinho well, because Benfica, this is Mourinho. Mourinho only does low blocks now. He doesn't do that's why he got fired from Fenerbahce, because they don't like the football he was playing over there. Not really. I know he got knocked out of the Champions League as well, but they don't like it. They didn't like the football he was doing over there. So he needs to win the Brighton and he needs to win all 3, because you can't go out to Lincoln, bro. I don't care even if you rotate.
As I'm saying, 3 games is not even a question.
Well, put it this way: the team that just went out to Grimsby just beat us 2-1.
That's true. And Grimsby,
the team that went out to Grimsby.
Guernsey made it through, by the way.
Did
They made
Yeah.
it to the 4th round.
Yeah, but I don't care. We can't lose the Linkers.
Listen, Andrew, my morale's on the floor, innit? Like, we could lose to anybody.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with
but
you.
what I'm saying is that you cannot lose to. They cannot lose.
You know
to
what, our centre back? Then they actually, you know, at the beginning of the season, I was like, they could be good enough to like top 4 challenge, top 4 solid. Now I'm even questioning if they can even do that. Genuinely.
Top 4 race we're in. We're in the top 4 race. I think we're going to be. But I would flatten that.
No,
What I expect is more like not like back-to-back results like this. I expect more results like this throughout the season. More performances and results like this throughout the season. I do expect it because parts of the team aren't good enough, and if Maresca keeps making the decisions he does, I expect it as well. But that's what Rob's right, where he needs to go back to being unpredictable, but not in unpredictable where you go, huh? Like playing for Fana at right back against Brentford when he's only just coming back from another serious injury. Do you know what I mean? And he doesn't play well at right back. He doesn't play well at right back.
He doesn't.
Why are we doing that in the first place? You know what I mean?
It's ridiculous. Jay, if I do super chats, what are you saying moving forward as well, man? Give me your take.
We have to win. We have to win, beat Lincoln. We have to beat Brighton. We have to beat Benfica. Simple as that. And do I think we're going to win all 3? I personally don't think. I think Brighton will slip up, if I'm honest.
Don't say that, man.
I'll be honest. I think we'll drop points.
Points wise, we're just hanging on in there.
The past three games has actually made me doubt my belief in the squad, because I was one of the fans that got excited after the Club World Cup win, as we do. We're Chelsea fans, so we get excited, like, oh, we're the best team in the world, and we are. So I thought, if this team can take on PSG, I know we had Cole, but I was thinking to myself, you know what, maybe this big team could do something this season. But from what I've seen, I know it's only 5 games, but from what I've seen from this first 5 games, 8 points out of 15. And I said we'd get what did I say? I say we get 13 out of 15. And from what I've actually watched, I'm just not sold. And I think Lincoln will win.
Yeah.
Brighton, it's at Stamford Bridge. Maybe we nick it, but I don't know.
You know what it is, Jay? Andrew comes in and gives his opinion for the end of the show. I agree with you. I just feel like, on a positive spin, to be a bit positive on the show, for some reason, when Chelsea are underrated by the fans, when that negative fan base comes back out again, we've had a lot of positive brigade the last few months. Ask Andrew, you'll know about that. A lot of people very positive and giddy. When the team is underrated, we seem to perform quite well. I don't know what it is. When everyone says, "Oh, you're overrated," £2 billion bottle jobs, you can't look at Tostin Chalobah. But for some reason, we step up. I wouldn't be surprised at the same time.
They don't like they don't want the pressure.
They don't like the pressure. When there's no pressure, we perform good.
No, but they don't
like the pressure.
They don't like the pressure. This is the problem.
That is a problem moving forward.
It'll all go back. It's the same. It happened under the old regime as well. We don't capitalize on success. You know what I mean? We don't strike where the iron's hot. You know what I mean? In terms of like getting this player and that player, we don't build properly. We just reacted. But listen, I think it goes back, like, just as a refresh, essentially. Go back to Club World Cup thing. Go back to the state of mind there. Like Rob was saying, don't become unpredictable, but not in a weird, unpredictable way. You know what I mean? Start actually using the players, and if they don't work out, your case is stronger. Your case is stronger. If they don't, the players play the players. If they don't work out, they don't work out.
Imagine if Cole Palmer was hurt and you start Buonanotte and he has a stink. You are justified in saying, well,
that's the option you got. That's the option.
It's not on me.
You are forced. Also, if you don't rate Gittins, you don't rate Garnacho, fine. But they go. You can't keep playing Tyreek George. you can't keep playing.
You know what's even more mad?
Makes no sense either.
You know what's even more mad? He must think Tyreek George is a better striker than Marguerite. Because you bring in Tyreek George to play striker. How is? I mean, you can tell us that you don't. People can say, "Oh, he doesn't rate Marguerite." Yeah, but do you rate George as a striker more than Marguerite?
It's not only that, Rob. It's only that, Rob. I go back to the Brentford game where he said João Pedro didn't tell me he's fully fit, and then he plays João Pedro for 90+ minutes on Wednesday against Bayern Munich, and you go,
Managers just lie though. Managers
No,
just lie
but,
all the time.
that's the problem though. You have to take people on their words and their actions, right? Because you have to go.
But Andrew, the point is,
you can go
especially when
back
you don't
to-
win games though.
Right,
When you don't
but
win,
he can say whatever you want. To
yeah,
when
if
he
you
wins
win,
games.
you get away
You
with it,
could-
innit?
You could
Yeah.
say
Uh-huh.
you could say there's no moon if you win the games. You know what I mean? You could say like, you know, you don't need oxygen to breathe if you start winning games. You can say whatever the hell you want, but as soon as you start losing games or drop points, and
Your
have bad
word
performances,
becomes like
your
bond,
words
like,
are like
yeah.
written in
Mhm.
stone, and people don't forget. So
Facts,
like, you win
yeah.
these next 3 games, you can say whatever the hell you
Yeah,
want.
you can
after
say
it.
whatever. You can say, "Oh, that run was because of the injuries," you know.
Yeah,
and
you could
we're
say
struggling.
You could say
No
all this-
preseason and all that. But if we don't win
Yeah.
the next 3 games, now we've got like an 8-game
Yeah.
sample size.
Yeah,
I'm like, hold on a minute.
you can do that.
Yeah.
Like,
We
you
yeah,
can't
we
really
need-
make
we need-
excuses.
we need to he needs to get back to the Maresca that is, you know.
Do that Maresca during the running on the Club World Cup, man. The mentality thing. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
real mentality.
Exactly. The mentality thing, like we would go, you know, even when we first had varsity, like he was up there. I don't know if see this is the thing though. This has been, yeah.
Here's a damning statement for you, Rob.
Maybe that's why they brought the Issa guy in, because
Here's a
just
damning statement.
mentally from Maresca,
Here's
it hasn't been
a
there.
damning statement for you, Rob. From Munich, from that third goal onwards, and the way he did it yesterday, that was prime Poch. That's a damning statement for you right there. That's that Poch.
It was
Like,
Poch.
we would
to be fair.
we
It
would
was.
see the heads drop. We would see the
I
heads drop.
I wouldn't go that far because he didn't play. He didn't play. I don't know.
No,
hat
but what I'm
left wing
saying
or
is
something.
that reaction after the Bayern Munich third goal was prime Poch. When anything happened under Versi, under Poch, the team just went like that,
Exactly.
heads down, and that was it. And I wouldn't like I said, that was cowardice yesterday from Maresca, and I'm extremely disappointed.
He said at halftime we were better. So he said in the second half we were better, but he was probably too late. I'm just thinking like, what?
It was only like 2-0. What do you mean?
It was 2-0, and we were going. It was 10 at that point. You said
Even when
it was too late.
You know what was even more maddening? We scored that goal, right? With like 10 minutes to go. Nothing after that. It was like there was no like we didn't turn up the pressure.
They just the same style of play in it.
It was just mellowed out again. We just went, it's okay.
I was shouting on my screen, Andrew. It was like, go for corners. Like clearly, we have quite good at set pieces nowadays.
You know what? I'd rather you know what? Try lose 3-1. There's 2-1 and 3-1.
That's what I was saying. I don't mind being hit on the counter attack if you go
forward,
for it.
Lose 3-1. At least you went out and go, actually, you know what? They actually smacked up Man United, didn't it? So they had they hit the post, whatever they at least they gave it all. Nah. And that's got you got to look at Maresca and the players for that.
You know another mad thing that happened is when he said I wanted to bring in Garnacho, but Fofana told me he was tired. I was like,
it's like, okay, but why does that affect you?
Don't get twisted. Rob, don't get twisted. Games like yesterday, 100% all on Maresca. What we were saying about the other game, but yeah, stupid stuff like that. Don't get me wrong.
So was Rhys James, but he went up.
I'm going to assume this Old Trafford judge is real, innit? Because for some reason, when we go to Old Trafford, things just seem to go wrong.
Bro, this and the number 9 curse. This and the number 9 curse. It's the Old Trafford.
For some reason, like when we go to Old Trafford, especially things just go wrong in it. So I'm just going to assume
there are literally Chelsea fans. Last time we went at Old Trafford, who now have teenagers as kids. By the time next year, we'll be 13 kids.
How old are we? We last time
I was 9. I was 9 in 2013.
I would have been like early secondary school, like year 8.
Oh, wow.
Rob, deep it. Look where I'm now. I would have been year 8.
I'm literally
like barely a teenager.
Uncle right here.
I was in year 4.
I was 13.
Wait, you were in year 4?
I was in year 4. I was 9 years old.
Damn.
That's year 4. Wait.
Yeah. I am legit an uncle here. People talking about I was 13.
Don't let the looks deceive you. I'm with you. I'm with you, Rob, as well. Do you know what I mean?
I'm talking about I was in year 4 in 2013.
I was a working man. Do you know what I mean? It's all good. I'm a working man.
My days.
Everybody's joined, man. You got Winter Surfer with Twitter below. You got Rob's as well. Key features on this channel, so see him. Jay's YouTube down below. We need super chats. We had out of here. Big show. Good therapy show for Chelsea fans, and let's be real.
Yeah.
Naval. I say Trevor or Enzo, someone who's vocal situation where I have to question Reece James. Is he comfortable being captain? All well and good being captain if you can't command your team. I wouldn't blame him for that goal though.
I don't. You don't need the captain. The captain really doesn't do much in football apart from flip a coin. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
the issue is this: there are loads of captains. There are loads of defenders in other teams that aren't captains that still lead. You know what I mean? We had at Chelsea. I know John Terry was captain, but we had all other players on the pitch that were lead as well. That were captain material. Maybe it should be more like that. There are not enough of them.
Look at Gabriel.
One of the centre backs.
I hear you.
One of the, at least, I'm not asking for both. One of them has to be a leader. Just one. I just need one of them to step up. Just one to go. You know what? I'm going there. You go there. You see that ball? I'm going to jump. You're going to fucking jump for the ball as well. Do you know what I mean? Even if the goalie comes for it, we're both freaking jumping for the ball just in case the goalkeeper misses it or anything like, or we get fouled or something like that. We're both going to, or do you know what? Screw this passing out for the back. I'm hoofing it. That's all. I'm just going to hoof it. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? Just
we need a second one here as well.
Make a decision.
I agree with that. Bit on Naval again for another super chat. We all know Reece James is a good player. When it comes to issues like this and it ain't being dealt with, you're in trouble at any level of football. Talking on the wall only to get you so far if you don't have a voice. Now, Reece James leads by example. He's not that kind of vocal player, but
I think what Never Nations means is that like the Joao Pedro penalty. Like we all look back, I was like, that should have been a penalty. Like you see, if that's a Liverpool captain or an Arsenal captain, they're going like this to the ref. Hey, you gotta look at that. But we're just chilling there, like
very passive, isn't it?
If you give it cool, if you don't, it's cool. Like like at least Liverpool.
The only one who does that is Enzo Fernandez. He's the only one who like
he touched the ball.
They only did that. They only did that yesterday for the Casemiro second yellow card. It's the only time.
Yeah, and that's the only one. Like you should do that for all other decisions.
Yeah.
Like, the penalty. Like sometimes the ref gives a red because it's like I guess they all accept it. I guess they all don't think it's a pen. But if everybody goes, hey, look, boot the ball out, run to the ref and say, look it up, Joao Pedro, he got fouled in the box. Like we just our captain don't do that. I mean, because and now all it's not all players who are allowed to do it. It's only the captain. Or if you go like that as a player and just say if Cucurella does that, he gets booked. He has to be the captain that runs to the ref and goes and talks to the ref. Right. But our captain just like
unfortunately, we need to get some more leaders.
We'll look at it. If they give it, cool. If they don't give it, life goes on. We don't go and storm the like Arsenal do.
We don't.
People do. They go and storm the ref until you force the ref to make a decision. We don't do that.
You reckon that's what we're missing with Levi? Because Levi's gone, so we're missing that kind of voice as well.
Oh my God!
It's just a question. It's just a question.
The issue still stands, though. The issue still stands that we don't have enough of them. Even if you think Levi Cole was one of them, we still don't have enough of them. And this is where I will get on someone like Enzo Fernandez and Cucurella. Especially those two need to defo be them. There's no excuses for them.
Enzo does it,
and Cucurella. There's no excuses because they're all good at barking at their opponents singly and stuff like that. I'm not even saying be aggressive and run up. Just ask. Just like whoa, ref. No,
I think Enzo does it when he's the captain. I don't think he does it because you can't do it unless you're the captain.
He's vice captain. That's what I'm telling you, Rob. It shouldn't matter if he's got the armband or not. Do you know what I mean? It shouldn't matter.
No, to go in and talking to the ref, it should because you're going to talk to the ref. You get booked unless you're the captain.
He doesn't even have to ask up. Just like he should even be saying to Reece, go and ask him. Do you know what I mean? Just push him towards the ref, something like that. That's what he should be doing, and Cucurella should be doing that as well. Because there's no excuses for these players. Like even Tosin should be doing it. They're old enough. They're old enough where we should be. I'm not expecting Esteval to go over to us and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Fair. Like Joao Pedro, I think Joao Pedro was very harshly dealt with by the referee yesterday because he got fouled multiple times.
A lot. Let me just do a super chat. My question is: Reece James comfortable being captain? If he was a manager, honestly, I couldn't have him as captain. I need a voice, someone loud. We spoke about this. I get it. I understand what you mean, but Reece James is by example. But we have to see. Hopefully, we can sign someone in January. Even a goalkeeper who's got that captaincy material.
Nah, the
Hopefully, Man
goalkeeper.
Yang.
We'll sign the goalkeeper for next summer. Build that shit.
Probably, if Man Yang is on a free or whatever, I would take it. But
No,
we
but
don't know.
that's what it'll be, won't it? Oh, it'll be for next summer and stuff like that.
If we get Man Yang on the free, I'll take it. It's better than
Everything
we
gets
have now.
pushed. Everything gets pushed.
It's peak, man. We'll see, guys.
The
Hopefully,
defender
Go on.
will be that. We'll bring back Sarr back. That'll be the defender, Rob. They'll bring back Sarr back for Strasbourg.
I'm sorry, and Samino, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that'll be it. All this will be
that's our savior. Yeah, that's our
we will
savior.
be
Yeah.
linked. Next summer, I'm already predicting we'll see a load of links to centre backs. We'll not sign any one of those centre backs we're linked to in the summer, right? Not a single one. It'll be Anselmino, Ansar.
They'll spin the PR. We think he's going to be the next man.
Okay, I see. It'll be like we believe Cole will come back strong.
I'm not. I'm telling you right now.
Exactly. It'll be a new signing.
You think Buddy
right
actually had a good season?
Next summer's transfer window. I'm not participating in any speculation. I'm just not believing it now. I'm going to turn off.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm going to unfollow even the worst ITKs. I'm not following any of them. Do you know what I mean? I'm not even going to try and catch him out. I'm not.
I have to do content, but when I tell you, it will just be like what I read. It won't be any my opinion. It'll be like, they have said this.
I'm going to wait till the end of the transfer window. I'm never going to acknowledge any new signings until after the transfer window shuts. I'm just not going to do it. I'm just
Garnacho scored you that much.
No, it's not even that. It was Magnon. It was Xavi Simmons. It was
Kudus.
Kudus. What's up one?
Oshiman.
Last day of the season.
It's mad. Just don't believe it, guys. I need
PR.
to start doing this.
I remember they tried everything they could.
Yeah,
Oshiman.
I'm gonna watch the World Cup, and then after the World Cup,
it's the World Cup.
Facts.
After World Cup, I'm gonna take.
Rob's in your country, no?
I might take a break.
Yeah, it's in the US, man.
You should go to a few games. That'd be sick.
I'll go, especially if Congo makes it. I'm going to every Congolese games.
They can you make it, yeah?
Yeah, we lost to Senegal thanks to Nicholas Jackson. He came and scored against us. We lost to Senegal. They beat us at home.
Your boy.
And so now we have to go play to the playoffs to qualify.
Oh, you got a chance. Be at everyone in the building, man. Be at Couches in here late. Be at JJ's in here late as well. Be at everybody super chat as well. Be at Navy for super chats. And Parasite, you guys sent me a lot of super chats. So big yourself. It's therapy, innit? So I get it. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
I don't want any more of these therapy sessions. I don't want.
I hope not. I hope we're on here smiling and being giddy and saying.
You know what I want, Andrew. You know what I want, Andrew. I want us to come out here every now and then and just give it to Chess. Pause. Give it to Chess. Like, you see, you are Mr. Doubting.
Exactly. You can't even call me pessimistic anymore.
PTSD.
Exactly.
Like every time you were nervous. You were nervous about food.
You're
nervous about West Ham.
I especially know Wednesday. Once he sees the lineup on Wednesday, he'll go, I don't fancy this against Lincoln. That's what he's going to do.
Hey, don't make these jokes. Hey, Andrew, don't make these jokes, please. I don't want to be coming back here on Wednesday.
He'll be in a group chat talking about Mendem. I got PTSD. I don't know, man. I'm nervous about this game. Mendem.
No. I'll predict wins versus Lincoln and against Lincoln and Brighton. When it comes to Benfica, though, we'll have to see then, innit? But thanks everyone for joining. We'll see you tomorrow night time. God bless and peace. Say thanks.